And a very well welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Thanks for being here for the biggest day of 2026 so far. Lovely to have you a part of it. We've done Crafters Connect and given you a bit of a heads up as to what's happening today, but we have basically got, I'm calling it a launch-a-palooza. We have got launch after launch after launch after launch. If you were here for Crafters Connect, you will know all about it. If you weren't here, you'll not know that we are going to be concentrating on this show on the Master Creator Scoreboard, which has been a revelation. So many of you have already bought it. I know a lot of you bought it off HSN and have already been singing its praises in the chat. But this we're going to be focusing on in this show. We've also got other launches across the day, which we'll chat to you more about later on, like the Sara Signature Antique Lace Collection, which is flying out of the door, and the Store It All, which I know particularly is going very, very quickly in the UK because it's been the first opportunity for you to get your hands on it today. So it's a hugely, hugely exciting day. See it, like it, buy it. And here she is coming on over, leads little or no introduction. What are you looking for?
Well, I thought I'd get some fancy cards. Tell me you haven't sold out of all of this because, you know, I want to do some awesome demos.
Well, you take it then. Yeah, we haven't sold out yet.
How's that sort? Yeah.
All right. I'll introduce you properly in a second. Just to say, before we get started, the Showstopper of the Master Creator with the magnetic craft mat and the circle cutter in the UK, already a third of the stock of that has gone. If you're shopping in the US, a quarter of the stock has already gone. If you just want the circle cutter on its own, half of the stock has already gone. Of course, you haven't seen this before in the US. That is why that is proving so busy. Shop the day for everything, as I say, because we're probably going to be touching on the bits and pieces, but you can see all the other launches on Shop the Day. There's your details. If you want the full Showstopper at £63.99 if you're a Platinum member, $79.99. We've obviously got all of these other goodies on the show for you, as well as Sarah's just taken away there the 12x16 white pearl card pack.
We've
got the 12x12 essentials paper and card pack as well.
That's also awesome.
Awesome. And talking of awesome, here she is.
She's also awesome.
Yes, it's the one and only Sarah. She's back for 4 shows today.
I need to do my own intros now. Oh my word, guys, what a day we have lined up for you. So, this was the new Master Creator Scoreboard. This was the big Today Special, the 20-year anniversary of Crafters Companion. We were all launching... Sorry, I haven't even got myself sorted. We were launching this amazing new Master Creator Scoreboard over on HSN as a big Today Special 2 weeks ago. And my word, the feedback was off the chart. And actually, we had hundreds of people watching just in the earlier show today who had been watching that show, picked up the Master Creator Scoreboard, and were saying things like it's been game-changing. Yeah. And they can't believe how they've managed without it before. They're now moving all of the scoreboards out, replacing it with one, because it is your scoreboard with an integrated envelope maker with an integrated paper trimmer all built in. Now, I'm going to show you all of it, but what we did early today is I showed everybody, if you are not, and listen, if you've been with me for the last 20 years, or even some of the last 20 years, hopefully you are an envelope making convert, right? Because there is no place in this world for people who make cards and put them in boring envelopes when we can make envelopes that are this gorgeous, that cost pennies and take seconds, right? That's the one that we made in the show. The game-changeriness, so this is where I started 20 years ago, guys, just making envelopes, right? It became game-changing when we learned how to make envelope boxes, right? Let me know if you were around right back when we launched the Envelope Box Creator, which was a revelation in its time, let me just tell you, okay? The beautiful thing about this board is it does all of your flat envelopes in different sizes. You can do envelopes in 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch, or an inch deep with these lovely envelope boxes in any size, right up to 8 by 8. So there's like I think there's 845 envelope sizes in the instruction booklet.
Wow.
That's a lot of envelopes, okay? But then also, and I didn't get a chance to do it earlier on, but you can do all of your card folding. You can also do all of your box making. So if you like it where you have boxes where the lid and the base fit together absolutely perfectly, and I mean, can we just say how gorgeous is this card store? I mean, we do some awesome card stuff, right? These are what I'm going to be able to show you, and we'll do in more detail on this show. We'll be doing more of the box making. We're also going to do a little bit more of the card making. But if you're doing card making, box making, you need awesome quality cards, right? This pack here, this is the one I'm going to be using, the essentials, right? Now, it is half card, half paper. Right? Are you still the paper there? No, you're into the card there. Right, here we go, right? So, you get this. I'm going to be using this for my demos. Oh my word, there's only 35 of these left in the US.
Wow.
Right? We've got the white, the black, the craft card, the cream, and the navy.
Yeah.
You get 50 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock and 50 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. So the paper is what you're going to use to make the matching envelopes. The cardstock is what you're going to use for doing your base cards, right? That, I'm just going to put the paper away because I'm going to focus on the cards. That is what I'm going to be using for a lot of my cards, right? But then also, this completely sold out in the US before we even got to make it. It was due to be on Adam's show, and it was all gone by the time we got to Adam's show. This is your 12 by 16 inch cardstock, right? So this is the big cardstock that we're going to be working with. If you're wanting to do your really big projects, there are only 30 of these left in the US, right? So we have deeper stocks in the UK because in the US our stock came in and got split, partially between HSN, partially between our warehouse to do Crafters TV, whereas in the UK all of our stock's just sitting in the one warehouse at the moment. So yeah, HSN have already sold all theirs. We have 30 left in the US. So that will probably be gone potentially before I start my first demo, right? But what I'm going to do, can I just go straight into it, Ben?
We can. I was going to say a few hellos, but you're fine.
You say a few hellos, I'm going to have to get my cardie off.
While you're getting that off,
business.
Jess has said you're wearing your mum's jumper. I love this.
I am, it's lovely, isn't it? So I was at my mum's house for Sunday dinner yesterday and it was hanging up and I was like, Mum, this is lovely. So I just brought it home.
Rocking the cardie. Hi to Trudy, who's joined us, saying good morning, and Luce is in. Faye Smith is in Virginia. Pauline Hassel in Cheshire. Any questions you've got, we want them. And also, anyone who's already picked up this scoreboard, like Susan, who says, I've received my master scoreboard and I love it. So easy to use and to cut and to score. It is my new favourite tool. If you've got any testimonials like that, tell us why you love yours. Ash is in. Karen Hughes joins us as well. She says, hi to Sarah and Ben. Now time to sit, watch and be comfortable and see what wonders you have to empty my bank account with today. Carolyn's in Boise. Kendall's in Minnesota. Crafty Angie is in. Michelle says, finally made it back. I bagged the master scoreboard and the vintage lace collection. Oh, and I must just say, congratulations to all of our Seattle residents as well, with the big win, of course, in the Super Bowl yesterday. Go Seahawks.
Go Seahawks.
Yes.
I fell asleep.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
yeah.
no, not a big fan of the old American
Super
football.
Bowl.
No. Darts, though.
I'm there. The darts. That's me. Now you're talking my language.
Right, let's have a look. What are we getting?
Okay, so let's have a little look. I'm going to get some let's have a look. I might get some navy card and some craft card out here. Right. So, first of all, before I get into just folding me different types of card, I want to show you how this works as a paper trimmer. And by the way, loads of people asking about replacement blades. I've spoken to the boss. Leanne's said she's ordered them this afternoon.
Nice.
So by the time you need them, they will be here, guys, right? So they are literally, they're going on to order. She was like, oh, people aren't going to need replacement blades for months and months. I was like, Leanne, people are asking for them now.
So, yes, exactly right.
Need to get the order in, right? So she's done it. So what I want to do, look, I wanted to show you, even cutting through 2 layers of 300 GSM card. I'm going to take, you've got your measurement, I'm going to go to 6 inches here, and then I can do my trim down. And look at that, even through a couple of sheets. Look, it's not a guillotine, guys. It's just a nice, simple paper trimmer with your blade, but it's so quick and easy having it on the base. Now, here's what I see people do when they are making cards, right? And I absolutely cringe at this. So, if you are doing, and you might want to, here I am, right? So, if people are doing, right, basic bog standard folded in half cards, what I see them doing is folding it over like this by eye, right? And then just going like this, right? And the problem is that, honestly, balls my blood, right? That is not a professional crease, and it never meets properly at the end, right? Now, it gets even worse when I say, right, fold it as a gatefold. So gatefold, said the posh telephone voice word for gatefold then. Gatefold is where it meets in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So then you've got to, and I know because I used to do these a lot when I first started out, right? So you've got to have it so that your card kind of meets in the middle, and then you do one side and then the other side, right? Now, I mean, that's not in the middle, is it not? It's totally not side of it. And then also, I mean, look, it's not professional, folks. It's not professional, right? The difference when you've got a scoreboard is you take this. Now, bear in mind, when I'm using this as a scoreboard, what you do is you flip this open.
Oh, yeah, this is so cool.
Flip this over, so it says score, and that'll shut back down if you want. But now you've got a butting edge.
Love it.
So if I want to just put this straight in half, I go straight down the middle. There is my 6-inch score line. You fold it over, you burnish the crease line, and that is a professional crease compared to this sort of one, which is just not, I mean, this is homemade, right? This is beautifully handmade.
40% of this has gone in the UK now, Sarah.
The UK stock. The UK will be faster, guys, in the US because the UK, nobody's had this here yet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is like the UK launch. Ready? So if you're wanting to do this as a gatefold now, so 12 inches, so 1/4 of 12 is 3.
Yep.
All right, so we can go 3. Then also we can come 3 in from the other end, so into the 9. That will give me a perfect meet in the middle, like this, right? And then a meet in the middle, I mean, hello. That is an absolute perfect meet, and they are very professional creases.
Love
right?
it.
Now, if you decide, actually, let me get this one in, right? No, that was the unprofessional one. Right, if I decide, actually, I want to do this as a Z fold card, flip this back over, and I can go, right, let's take this to 4.5, and I take my score line off here. And then what I wanted to do was put my score line back in. I'm going to trim this in, score this in half. So there's my 3. And then I'm going to score this in half. So there's my halfway point there. So now I'm folding this back. And I know, guys, I know this is a lot like, oh, she's going so fast. What's she doing? I'm illustrating the point here. We will be doing loads of classes like this, teaching
lots coming up.
How to do all this stuff.
20th of February, we said, didn't we, for the masterclass or craft along with Sheila?
Craft along with Sheila, yeah. And this is the beauty of it is, these are the shows where you are going to find out exactly how this works, right? And what you need to know to be able to buy it. And then when we do the craft alongs and everything, you're going to learn exactly how to do this, right? So there's my Z fold card ready to go. Brilliant, perfectly scored, measured to perfection, wonderful. What happens when you need an envelope to put in that? It's a random size because we cut a bit off the bottom and it's a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy, and so it's a 6 by 4.5 inch.
What are you going to do?
That is when your envelope maker comes into its own, right? So I'm going to go into your envelope maker. Now, your envelope maker, guys, sits in the underside here, right? So just comes down here. And this one fits into here. So you always keep everything together and it's nice and flush.
And just seeing the underside of the scoreboard there answers, I think, Alison's question. She says, is she going to be able to hang the scoreboard on her wall? She says, I currently have mine on a hook.
Little nail, or you can put 2 hooks in there.
You will be able
balance
to.
on there, no problem.
Nice.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my envelope maker out, right? So when we're talking envelope making, you're going to want your instruction booklet. Now what we've done is we've put all of the basic sizes on here, if you're wanting to get your instructions out. All of your most popular sizes are printed on here for ease. If you want to go for a custom size like what we've done here, then you're going to need to go through the instruction booklet, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to email this to you as soon as your order's gone through so that you're not waiting, right? So you're not going to be waiting. There's my instructions for how to do an envelope.
Okay.
I love how this person, whoever's done this, does it upside down.
Oh.
No, I might try that for you. Right?
Okay.
And then there are my standard size envelopes, but this is not a standard size. I've just made this up.
Yeah.
Right. So then we come to this. Now I know that looks like a lot of writing, guys, and what I am going to do is I'm going to get myself a couple of bits of cardstock so I can just lay all this out, right?
Are you up for requests as well in this show? Because Doris has just sent one in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No problem at all. Right. We said this was 4.5, didn't we?
Yep.
4.5 this way by 6. Yeah. So what you do is you come down the 4.5 line, right, and you come along from the 6 line, and it tells me I need 8.5 inch paper. So it's always a square. and I need 3 3/4, which is my score mark. So let me first of all start with the 8.5-inch paper, all right? Now, Ben, this is when, I know I'm jumping about between shows here, but Antique Lace is launching.
Yep, shop the
And
day.
yes, so it's I mean, look, these papers are another level of amazingness. Let me just tell you, the actual paper pad itself went absolutely crazy earlier today.
Bottom of the screen, 12 and the 6.
So you get the 12 by 12, and actually the two of them are coming together for the price that I would usually be expecting you to pay for just the 12 by 12.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because the prices of the paper have all gone up, and it's not been affected with this one.
It was about £18 platinum, I think it was. It was ridiculous for the two.
Right, so 4.5 by 6, 8.5 inches, right?
Right.
So I'm coming along to my 8.5. So I come 8.5 there and do my trim up. And then I do 8.5 here, like that, and do my trim down. Save all this, we're going to use all of this, guys, right? 8.5, right. So now I'm ready to do my scoring. Now this fits on the edge. This is really important, guys, right? Goes right there so that this line continues off the edge, right? Or, let's have a little look.
Oh yeah, you said the other way around.
The other person did it up the one in the instruction booklet, right? I think I like it the regular way.
I suppose if you're left-handed or right-handed, isn't it?
It's going to work for both. It's going to absolutely work for both. Now, also, somebody asked, sometimes their paper slops underneath, right?
Oh, yes.
If you hold this down, your paper won't.
Good.
It'll just move up and down the side.
Yeah.
Okay? So, remember I said on here there was 2 numbers, wasn't there? There was 8.5, and then the one in red is 3 3/4.
3 3/4.
Now, the one that's in red is the one that relates to this, okay? So 3 3/4, Craigie, where have I put my scoring tool? Here it is, right. So what you do is you go along here.
Yeah.
As we're looking down here, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 1/4, half, 3 3/4. So that is the site that we're measuring to. And actually all you do is you put this up and down until you get to that 3 3/4.
Yeah.
And then where it says score here, you score in this groove.
Right.
That is it. That's all the measuring you do. Because now when I turn this round, now it's really hard for you to see on this paper. Can you see there's the score line?
Yeah.
I'm going to line up that score line against the bottom here. So this goes up the edge till that's lined up with the score line, and then come down. I turn it right around. I'm going to put it in so we lined up with the score line, coming down, and then I'm going to turn right around and I'm going to score that line again. And it's exactly the same whether you do square or oblong envelopes. It will do exactly the right size for you for the perfect size
Just
envelope.
speeds up the whole process as well, doesn't it?
But it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so quick. You don't need to worry. Everything's calculated. Everything's thought about. You just fold this over. This strips over here. We're going to take... Where's that card that we just made? Watch this.
Oh, here we go.
Straight in.
Like a glove.
Like an absolute glove. And you have got the perfect size envelope for that card, even though we just randomly made up that card on the spot because I was showing you how to do a Z-fold one or whatever. That has come into place absolutely perfectly. That, folks, is how you use the envelope maker and the scoreboard and the paper trimmer. It's just like that.
Crafty Annie says, Ben, these orders have decimated my credit card. I've ordered the Master Creator Scoreboard, the mini circle cutter, the lace showstopper, extra paper, the essential paper pad, and 12 by 16 paper pad. All great buys. And again, particularly with that the cardstock and paper, go very quickly on that because we're so busy. If you want the circle cutter in the US as well, you need to be very quick. That is going to be a point very soon where we're going to say you can get it, but you have to get the Showstopper. So if you want that as an individual tool, the circle cutter, you need to be picking that up in the US very, very swiftly. Joanne Madigan, morning all from a sunny but still cold central New York. I've just ordered the 12 by 16 paper, mini circle tool, the antique rub-ons. They're proving so popular individually, the rub-ons.
That was my demo.
Ah, it must have been. That's what it is.
My expert demo.
Yeah, it will have been, I know. The Stash and Stack duo as well, she's gone for. I didn't even realise that was still on, so, but well done. You've got that. Grammy Karen has ordered. She says, I've got the scoreboard. I love it. And Anne says, I've got mine from 8 to 10. I like it, but I do think I need a masterclass. Listen, we'll be bringing you masterclasses. We'll be bringing you craft-alongs, everything that you need, and more. 2 requests I've had with the scoreboard, which we'll come back to in a second, because I think Sara's just going to show you another bundle that we've got. So maybe I'll ask you those in just a second. But Evelyn wants to see an 8x8 envelope.
Yeah. And
Doris would like to see either a 1/4 or 1/2 inch deep envelope.
A 1/4 or a 1/2 inch. So let me write all these down. Oh, John needs to write them down. A 1/4 or a 1/2 inch deep envelope.
That's for Doris.
And somebody's wanting to see an 8x8
envelope. Evelyn.
Evelyn, not a problem. We'll do both. We'll do all of the above.
Okay.
Keep your requests coming. Anything else you need.
Exactly.
Also, I will show you the circle cutter in a second, because I know a lot of. In fact, can I just quickly show?
Yeah.
Just quickly show you. You can only get that in the Showstopper now, guys. If is that in the US?
US, yeah.
Right. So it's sold out individually. Oh, we did warn you. We did warn you. Right. So this is an amazing magnetic mat. So if you are wanting to take, let me just take some bits of these, right? Some nice bits of cardstock. You've got the magnetic ruler, so that we can sit this and the ruler holds it in place, and you can do all of your measuring. So it's just a fantastic ruler. And you've got the big fantastic magnets on there as well, right? Now that is your like hard side of it.
Yep.
But then also we can take these off, and you've got, so that is the one where you don't, look at this, no cutting.
Oh, no cut.
No cutting, right? This is the one that's got your cutting side. So if you're wanting to cut circles, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of beautiful paper. I'm coming back in with my antique lace and
Can't keep away from that, can you? Half the stock of the UK Showstopper has gone, Sara. Very, very busy.
Oh, it will do. That is the whole Showstopper.
The whole Showstopper,
yeah. Sorry, I thought that was just the circle cutter.
No, the whole lot.
I'm just going to warn you now, guys, right? We cannot magic more out of thin air.
No.
Physical impossibility. And also, we don't have the flexibility to send out stock all over the world now. All the stock for North America and Canada goes up over to the US, and the stock for the UK comes, well, stock for the rest of the world really comes from here. So if we sell out in the US, we can't ship it from the UK and vice versa. So all I'm going to say is, make the most of it.
Exactly right.
Right, are you ready? So I'm holding this down on the magnetic base with those 2 little magnetic pieces.
Yeah.
This is your circle cutter.
Okay.
So what you've got is, I can undo this here. We've got all our measurements in inches and centimetres, and we can go right from a 3.5 inch or a 9 centimetre, right up to a 30 centimetre or a 12 inch circle, right? So that would be the whole piece of your size. So if I just bring this down to where I want, so I'm going to do like a nice, let's do a nice 5 inch, right? So I line this up, and then I just turn the dial to tighten this up at 5 inches.
Yeah.
Right? So we're nice and tight. Now, can you see, this shows me that the blade is not engaged. If I turn it round, the blade is engaged.
Yeah.
Okay? But on the bottom here, let me just get it so that the blade's engaged, this has got like a protector on. So when it first comes, it's going to have that lovely little protector that's on here. That just lifts off.
Okay.
Don't lose this. If you do, it's not the end of the world, because when I lift this up now, that is now no longer protruding.
Okay.
Right? So it's actually, look, it's quite safe with my finger.
Yeah.
It's not until I put it down and push it that you see that little blade just come out there a little bit. So I'm going to take that back out. Now, let's have a little look. I'm going to cut a circle from this corner up here, because I really like what's going on in this edge here.
Yep.
So I can go and I can find that. Let's have a little look, make sure I've got plenty here. Right, so I can see this. This is where it's going to cut now, and I'm just doing a bit of a practice round. Yep, quite happy where that's going to come out. So imagine you're cutting a circle or some, a circle, obviously you're cutting a circle, it's a circle cutter. Imagine that we're cutting a photograph or something like that, right? What I do when I'm ready to cut, you turn it so that the blade's engaged.
Right.
We don't need to press down on this. We hold this one here, and I'm going to take and cut round all the way around like that. Let's have a little look, or we can come back round the other way, and I can cut that right round there, right? And that is going to give me the perfect cut circle.
Look at that.
Which means that we can cut out just that little bit if we want.
Perfect.
Now, what you've got is, you can do any size circle. These are all the ones that I've cut out.
Wow.
And I wanted you to see, there is your, if you want to do the big massive one.
That's like a placemat.
It is like a placemat, isn't it? You could do placemats with them.
Yeah.
So, and obviously you can do every size in between, because you've got the, you can be as accurate as you want. But I wanted you to see, even though we've got thick coated cardstock, we've got things like your glitter card, cut through that absolutely no problem at all. Pearl card, double-sided, your matte finish, your high gloss finish, it can do all of them. It's super easy to cut. And what I love is you can also cut, as well as cutting full circles, if you wanted to cut, so say for example, I now wanted to cut 2 pieces connected on, all I'm doing is I've got the blade engaged still, so I'm coming down, coming right round, trimming that round, look, and I can cut so that we could start and do concentric and take them together. So it doesn't have to be full, you might just be cutting parts of a circle out as we're going. So it really is, if I just take this back, so that we always then take that back so that the blade's not engaged, so that it's nice and safe. Or if you haven't lost your little bit of this, you can keep your blade engaged. Let me just put you down there and put your little protector on the edge. Whatever you prefer, whether it's the protector on or whether it's the unengaged blade. That is the circle cutter. The actual game changer for me though, in my opinion, is this here. And it's just the fact that you've got that magnetic board. Those of you that work a lot with your dies, it's brilliant, right? So this is the super magnetic side. So where we take like our magnetic, I mean, look at that. It's just, so that is your, if you're using your magnetic ruler, you're going to work from this side. If you're wanting to do this side here, you've got your 2 big strong magnets. This is the side that you use for all your cutting as well. And that does come in, if you are going in for the big master bundle, which is what's on your screen, you get the magnetic mat, you get the circle cutter, and you get that amazing new scoreboard lock. With all of the above. Yeah, it all comes included.
If you're in the UK, 60% of the stock has gone. This could disappear, so you do need to get a little bit of a shuffle on. It's $63.99, so you're going to get everything Sara's just shown you, that Master Creator Scoreboard. There's some lovely comments coming in about that. You've got your magnetic craft mat, of course, as well, and that brilliant circle cutter. Go back to the earlier show as well, because Sara was doing like a circle and then cutting within the circle to do mats and layers, and I referred you back to that wreath making masterclass that we did last week. So if you're into that, again, perfect for creating, like, you know, wreaths of all sorts of sizes. But isn't it brilliant as well that you can cut right up to 12 inches, from 3.5 up to 12 inches with that circle cutter. Again, if you just want that in the US, they are all available individually, but you're going to have to be quick for everything because stuff is flying. Trudy's just wondering whether or not, what's the thickness we can go to with the circle cutter? Is it just like 300 GSM cast? It wouldn't go through mountain board, would it? She's asking.
Do you know what could be an innovation? Right. I think that might cut mount board, that.
Okay. Maybe we'll try it on Innovation Station.
Yeah.
One for, we've got one later this week, haven't we? Next week, is it? We'll stick it on there, Trudy. Trudy.
Because I haven't got any mount board here yet, otherwise I would just do it right here for you.
We'll get Professor Craft on the case. It's a good one to have. Circle cutter is like a modern day compass, says Ash, complete with cutting tool, no scissors required. Pat says, I've got an extra box of the 12x12 papers. Love that navy. Love the scoreboard, says Ginny Twin. Pat Powell, Sara and Ben, all of the great production people. Hi, I've got the scoreboard from HSN. I'm loving using it. It's so easy to use. Thank you for designing it. I was able to get the 12x16 paper as well. There's so much love coming through. Just to also say, the weekly deal that we've got this week is literally as many glue sticks as you'll need and more. 100 glue sticks, 2 packs of 40, 2 packs of 10, giving you 100. It's the 7mm glue sticks. Obviously, you've all got our glue guns. Of course you have. And you picked up our rechargeable one last week. If you did, this is the bundle that you need to go for. 40, 40, 10, 10. That is 100 sticks at £9.60. It's a brilliant price. $20 if you're shopping in the US. That is pretty much a non-negotiable, really, if you've picked up our glue gun recently, or indeed if you have one and you haven't picked up glue sticks for a while. That needs to go into your basket. That is the price that you'll be paying up until the end of play on Sunday. Just to say, big show coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So in an hour and a half's time, we've got the amazing antique lace Showstopper. That is all of the goodies that you're going to be seeing right here. Take a look. $78.39 is your platinum price on this, or $101.59. You're going to get the paper pad in there. You're getting the 6x6 and the 12x12, and all of this gorgeousness, from your lace ribbon to one of the most beautiful embossing folders you're likely to see, that 3D luxurious lace. You've got your romantic envelope and vintage envelope dies in there too, to create the most stunning envelopes. You've got all your sentiments, a beautiful lace embellishment die. You've got your stamps here as well, which are stunning, and you've got your rub-ons. Those have been so popular individually. If you want any of the items from that Showstopper, again, check the shop today and you'll be able to pick out all of the individual items, pick and choose. The majority of people doing what we knew they would do, going for the Showstopper, and then you can get the 12x12 and the 6x6 as a separate bundle, so you can add more of those in, because that is what you're going to be needing, more of those beautiful papers. Stephen says, looking forward to receiving my scoreboard and circle cutter. Let's go back to Sara, because she's got another little demo lined up for us.
No, she hasn't.
Oh.
She's found the mount board.
Oh, she's tried. Oh, Trudy, she's done it.
Trudy, your wish is my command. We laugh in the face of mount board. Yeah,
Easy.
there's a little bit in the corner down there. I was like, hello, I'll be having that. I mean, that is cut beautifully.
It is.
So there you go. Who needs an innovation station when we've got Sara on hand to do live demos?
She's a one-woman innovation station, isn't she? Eh? Tell you what, that's all you. That's all you need. $63.99, $79.99 if you want to go for the full shebang. We've got. Don't forget Evelyn's 8x envelope, and Doris. We've got your envelope to make as well. We'll do that in just a second, but we thought we'd just quickly show you this floral envelope bundle with Sara. So we've got a UK only deal. So $31.99 is your platinum price on this. So let's have a little bit of a look at exactly what we're getting.
Okay, right. So this, we did launch this on HSN, guys, and so because it was for HSN in the US, we don't have any stock in the US. But what we do have, so it's going to say sold out, but you haven't got it, you know. But we have got this available in the UK for those of you that weren't watching HSN, okay? This is an amazing bundle, which is going to allow you, I mean, these are lovely. These are going to allow you to do these sort of envelopes. I mean, Ben, your face is an absolute picture.
I haven't seen these, have I?
Have you not? But weren't you there in the preview with me?
I was,
we didn't have the samples because they were in America.
Yeah, I don't remember these at all.
Oh, right. So if you are loving doing envelopes, this is a no-brainer to add into.
Yeah.
Okay? So what you get is, you get this massive pack of envelope liners, right? So if I take these out, you've got them in all different sizes. Here we go. So they are all, so you make your envelope, because obviously you've got your lovely envelope maker now.
Right.
You make your envelope and then you line it with one of these envelope liners, right? Then once you've lined it with the envelope liner, you use all of the matching dies, which are these ones in here. So there's a beautiful die set, which is going to allow you to line up and cut these out and lay them up so that the actual card itself becomes the envelope. So you don't need to do this as, like, you think, well, where do you put the card? You don't need to bother with a card. That becomes the gift that you give. I mean, I just think they are absolutely beautiful.
That's
and
incredible.
then, you know, the best thing is about them, right? So yes, you get 60 of the envelope liners. Is it 60? Yeah, 60, it is 60, right? But then you get the QR code to print your own out. So these are all the printout sheets. So what we've done is, we've got the envelope liners, and I wanted you to see just how beautifully well the envelope liners print out as well. They're equally as good as the ones that are pre-printed. But then we've actually just put loads of the flowers, so that you can just die cut all of the flowers, and you've got sheets and sheets and sheets of these gorgeous flowers that you can just print them out, line the dies up over them, cut them out, and then make these fabulous sets.
That is
and then
brilliant.
you've even got a lovely little set of stamps to go with it. So I just think, I mean, aren't they just gorgeous? And the little, now these have all been, so these are the printed ones. You can either print them and do it, or you could just do it onto coloured cardstock and just cut out around the coloured cardstock. So we only, guys, if you want this in the US, you've got to go to HSN's website to buy it. We don't have any in our US warehouse to ship for Crafters TV, but UK folks, we have them, but not a million of them, right? Now, it's not the main launch today. We will be doing shows teaching you how to make just this. However, those of you who are buying the envelope maker, we've had quite a few questions about the envelope liners as well, so I wanted to show you that we did have them.
You will be able to use the replacement blades, Stephen, on your paper trimmer, but like we said, you're not going to need any like straight off the bat. That obviously is going to last you a while, but you will be able to use those no problem. Hi to Pat Demarest. I've ordered the vintage lace Showstopper and extra pads because it was sold out so quickly on HSN. I think we're going to get a lot of that today. People who did miss the kind of run on those on HSN. And Stephanie says, I have this beautiful floral envelope bundle purchased before it sold out on HSN Craft Day. Very busy across the board. We're going to come to those 2 demos that we've been asked for. So I'll let Sara pick, but Evelyn wanted to see an 8x8 envelope. And then there was Doris, who was wondering, Sara, whether or not you'd be able to make a 1/4 or a 1/2 inch deep envelope.
Yes, not a problem. I can do both.
Okay.
Right, so, Evelyn, I've actually cut the paper while I was getting your demo ready.
Of course
Do you know
you
what
were.
I used? You know, with the roll of paper from the thing?
Oh, yeah.
Because you need bigger than 12 paper.
Well,
And
the paper
because
off the wall?
The paper on the wall there.
Ah.
Yeah, so I've just used the paper on the wall. You know, big roll of paper. Do you know what's brilliant? Wallpaper.
Oh.
Go and get some free samples of some wallpaper from your local wallpaper shop. Not if you live near us, because then you should be paying for your wallpaper samples because it's my mum and dad's shop. Now owned by my sister.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, go get some free samples.
Yes.
I'll try a bit of this. Oh no, I need a bigger piece just to make sure that, wallpaper makes brilliant big envelopes, but we said some craft paper, so I thought, right, I did promise you that we would make an envelope for this lovely card, and this happens to be an 8, I hope it is anyway, yeah, an 8x, yes it is an 8x8 card. So, your flat envelopes, guys, I'm going to bring the instructions in.
Okay.
Your biggest size you can do, so remember these are going to get emailed straight to you. So
Yes.
actually, you'll have the instructions before you've got the product.
Yeah,
right?
exactly right.
Oh, and can I just tell everybody, the product is in stock in both countries. It's not a pre-order for anywhere. It's in stock in our warehouses in the US, so it's ready to be dispatched straight away to you. And we've actually dispatched this stock to our new warehouse in the UK. So it might take a little bit longer because it's the first shipments are starting to come out of our UK warehouse this week.
Right.
So all of the new items have been dispatched to, instead of coming here to head office, they've gone direct to our new warehouse. So if it might take, I know we're normally on a couple of days packing, but this new warehouse turns orders around in the same day.
Nice.
Yes, so you'll be able to get your orders out super, super quick. But bear with us, UK folks. So we're using the same company that are now partnering with us to ship our orders in the US, are going to be shipping all of our orders in the UK. But it's just the transition period this week. So if it's not quite as fast this week, that's why we've put the craft along on the 20th. But it's not a pre-order. The stock is here. It's ready to be dispatched. It's just, I'm allowing, we say in 7 to 10 days to allow that little bit of time because it's the first time that we're working with brand new people in the UK warehouse. So I'm super excited. Right. Okay, so we're going to do a flat envelope first of all, right? Now, your 8x8, your flat envelope, it tells me I need 12.5 inch. Now, you'll wonder why these are in blue.
Yeah.
Anything that you can't do with 12x12 paper, I've done it in blue so that it's dead obvious for you, right? So if you're doing flat, the top 3 need bigger than 12x12. If you are doing, let me get you to the, right. So can you see when we go to the 1/4 inch, these top ones all need, When we go to 1/2 inch, there's quite a few need 12 inches. More than 12 inches, and then actually if you get to 1 inch deep, quite a few need more than 12 inches, right? So you're going to need bigger than 12x12 cardstock, right? So what I'm going to do is 12.5 inches, 6 1/4 is the score line. So all we do is we get our big sheet here, always position, this is the really important part, guys, right? It doesn't go here.
No.
Because if it goes there, all that happens is when we put our paper, it's got to go over the top of this bit. That's not what we want. What we want to do is, you see we've cut that little edge off. That's so that when you bring this along, that lines up nicely there.
Yeah.
So it actually sits in 5.5 is where it sits, but I want you to hold it nicely in 5.5. It's going to come down, and we're looking for 6 1/4, which is right down here. So you come all the way down here to 6 1/4, and you put the score line in. You only ever need to measure the score line on the first one, because after that, you just take it up to here and you just line it up.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to see, even whether it's a square envelope or whether it's an oblong envelope, and I don't quite understand how this works, if I'm being totally honest.
Oh, okay.
All I know is the way the sizes work, it's exactly the same whether you're doing a 1/4 or whether you're doing a 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
Right? So once you've got all of those in there, I want you to take this, we're going to fold in, and I've just pressed really gently because I didn't want to put my scoring tool all the way through here, and we'll go one side, there's my other side, the bottom comes up from here. Now, with flat envelopes, you see, I don't cut the edges out.
Right.
If you want to be fancy, you can, right? And what I always like to do is round the edges like this. And then I like to round the edge like that. There we go. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to round the edge there. I like to flip it over and I like to round the edge there. So there's my two top pieces. So I'm going to come in from the top. I'm going to come down from the bottom here. And then what you get is a perfect size 8 by 8 envelope that is going to be the exact right size to fit that. I mean, talk about utter perfection.
I know.
It is the exact right size to fit that card. And how much more professional does that card look when you do it like that, right?
Yeah.
So that is how you do. Somebody asked for an 8 by 8 envelope.
That was Evelyn.
Evelyn, there you go. That one's for you. Should we do a
Doris.
umbrella box now?
Yeah.
Right, Doris. Right, so as we're going through our instruction booklet, and do you know what I would be doing, guys? I would probably print these out and then stick these on the wall. Probably laminate them and stick them on
Laminate's
the
a good
wall,
idea.
right? So you've got your instructions for envelope boxes, you've got your core sizes, and then we've got a 1/4 inch deep, we've got a 1/2 inch, 3/4 and an inch deep, right? These are your 4 sizes that are absolutely invaluable.
Yeah.
Okay. So did everyone say she wanted to do a 1/2 inch deep?
She said either a 1/4 or a 1/2.
Right, let's go for a 1/2, right? So then we'll go straight in. Should we do a bigger one? Oh, let's do a slimline one.
Okay.
Yeah, slimline umbrella boxes, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, why
unusual,
not?
Isn't it? Right, so slimline would be 8 inches long and then say probably 4 inches deep, right? 8 by 4. So I mean, you can make any size you want, because if you look, we've got 8 inches and you could do as slim as 8 by 2 if you want. Or we can go right down to 8 by 3, 4, 4.5, 5. That's still 8 by 5 is like a DL type size. So let's have a little look. I was going to go at 8 by 4. So I'm coming along to 8 by 4. The black number is the one that we cut our cardstock to. So 10 3/8. And do you know what I'm going to use, Ben? I'm going to use that awesome. Oh no, do you know I'm not, because that's lovely. But you know what's exceptional? Pearl.
Oh, yes.
Pearl card.
This is the 12 by 16, isn't it?
Ooh. Double-sided pearl. Double-sided pearl.
Rita was asking me this. Is this the same size as A3? 12 by 16 is...
No.
It's
No,
not quite...
it's a bit... It's not A3.
No, it isn't.
A3 is 18 points. Well, it would be... So
11.7 by 16 and a half.
A4 is 21, so,
Yeah.
so it's 42 centimetres by 30 centimetres. So it's just a bit different, yeah. Right, so 8 by 4, 10 3/8. So what you do is, we'll come along here to 10 3/8. So there's 10 1/4.
Yeah.
10 3/8 is the next little notch along, right?
Details on your screen if you want that white pearl card
Let's
pack.
keep this and make something
Limited
out
in
of
the
this as
US. Is it 50 sheets?
well. Right, 10 3/8, which is, can I just say, is exceptional for that price.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, and I'm just telling you now, the tariffs on paper and card are the highest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can't be holding these prices, guys, is what I want you to understand. We just can't. Right, let's have a little look. I'm going to make an umbrella box, and then I think I'll make a matching box to go with it, because I can, because why not, right? So, 10 3/8, here we go, 8 by 4, 10 3/8. Now, there's 2 sizes on this one. So I think I might get you in nice and close. They're always coming in.
And he comes.
Right, there we go. So 10 3/8.
Yeah.
And then you've got a red line, which is 3 1/8, and a what colour is it, like purple?
Purpley.
4 1/8, right? So you're going to score both them, 3 1/8 and 4 1/8. So what we do is we bring this under here, and I'm going to come down. So I'll move this along, and I'm moving this along. Oh, oopsies. 3 1/8. So there's 3. That would be 3 1/4. Halfway in between the two is where that little score line is. 3 1/8. Put the score line in, and the other one was 3 1/8. Oh damn! It was 3 3/8. Oh, Sarah. Right, watch what we'll do here. We'll just go there. We'll just rub it out.
Take it out, yeah.
Right, it's easy enough done, guys. Right, I'll do it on a different side so it's easier for you to see. Right, 10 3/8, 3 3/8, 3 3, 1 2 3/8, 3 3/8, and then the other line is 4 1/8. So 4 and 1/8, right? And you put the score line in again. They're 1/2 inch apart, that's how it works, okay? So I'll bring this down just so that you can see. So we turn around, don't need to worry about any more measurements. We'll come into here and we just move this up so that this line is adjacent.
Yep.
And then there we go.
2/3 of the stock of
the big
the
bundle.
Showstopper.
Right, listen, once that goes, guys, you will be able to get just the scoreboard on its own.
Yep.
But you won't be able to get the deal,
Okay.
basically, if you want the deal. So,
Oh, you won't even get a scoreboard on your own. It's that
Oh,
busy,
right.
Johnny's saying.
Oh, well, let's just be honest with them, Johnny.
So you know what to do, don't you? Get the Showstopper.
Let's just give them it straight, right? Now, this is where I think this new tool really comes into its own, because when my dad designed our original Embella Box Creator, everything was just done by eye. Like, so some envelopes you found worked a little bit better than others. This is precision. So you will always get exactly the same size in every one of the corners. You'll always get exactly the same size glue and flap, right? Now watch what we do. Because it's a box envelope, I want you to cut this as though it were a box. So you come into the side and then you do the little twizzle out like that, right?
Yep.
And then these little corners, we take that out, and then we also take this out. Oh, I tell you what, our Sheila's going to have a field day with
Oh,
this,
she
isn't
is.
She is going to have an absolute
Later
field
this week.
day. So, and she's doing the craft along, isn't she?
She is on the 20th, a week on Friday. No, yes, a week on Friday.
Do you know, if there's something you guys would really like to see me do as well, I'm happy to come in and do another craft along.
Oh,
We
okay.
can do a nice big one, because you know this is my cup of tea and the sort of stuff I love.
Absolutely.
So
You'd do 3-4 hour shows on this, wouldn't you, if you could?
easily, easily if I was given the chance. So, right, can you see, this is how I like to round me corners. So did you see? So all I'm doing, I'm right-handed, so I always round it into the right, flip it over, and then I round it into the right again. And that is how I get my corners cut to absolute perfection. And then once we're cut, we just turn this over and then burnish the edges.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to say this. It's really, people seem to find slimline envelopes the most difficult.
Okay.
It's just one extra step that you need to do in, which is the bit I'm going to show you next. But I just think, especially, look, if you've made a lovely slimline card, in fact, if you've made a lovely anything card,
Yeah.
why on earth would you ever put it in a plain white envelope?
Yeah.
That's not, you know, or you cannot make a box envelope out of plain paper. You just can't do it, right? So watch, when this folds up, right, what I'm going to do is, instead of just trying to eyeball it, oh, actually I can go this way like this, right? Instead of trying to eyeball it, what I want to do is I want to put a score line that goes from there
Yeah.
all the way along.
Uh-huh.
So all I do is I come and bring this back in now, and I just pop that down, line all of that up, and then find one of the lines that does that. And then you trim this off. So all you need to do extra is just trim that nice little bit off, and it just finishes it off beautifully. So now when I come in here, I'm going to pop my tape on these two edges, and then I'm going to go onto these two corners here. And then this comes round, so you fold the flaps in from the corners, so it's 1 and 2. And by the way, only ever do this with a tape pen if you're using exactly these tape pens. Don't do it if you're using anybody else's tape pens. They're not strong enough, right?
Okay.
And then I'm going to go one side, I'm going to fold in the other corner from the other side. My lid comes down, and then that last little bit just trims off there like that. And that is how you make a beautiful slimline, 1/2 inch deep Embella box.
There you
If
go,
you've done
Doris.
Any sort of card that's got, you know, anything 3D on it, how profesh does that look?
Incredible. It looks so profesh. And so hopefully you're seeing how simple it is to do. Doris, that one was for you. Thank you to Amanda who's joined us this afternoon. It's been a while since I've managed to watch you live. Just have to say, I love the Showstoppers today. I have indulged and bought both. 70% of the UK stock of the Showstopper has gone. Don't forget, it's the way for you to grab all of those brand new goodies today. So the Master Creator Scoreboard, everybody is talking about. allowing you to make your envelope boxes, gift boxes, invitations, all those things and more. The opportunity as well for you to get your magnetic craft mat, so your 12 by 12 mat is included in there as well. You've got your ruler too, so the magnetic ruler and the 2 magnets, and of course you've got your circle cutter in there as well. That is the only way, did you say, Johnny, to get that now in the bundles. So if you want to get that circle cutter, so good, 3.5-inch circles right up to a 12-inch circle, as you saw Sara is demonstrating, and we now know it's going to cut through your paper. We've seen things like your coated cardstock, 300 GSM cardstock, glitter cardstock, and mount board as well. Everything in that bundle for $63.99 or $79.99. Just a question. So a few people, I think, getting worried about the blades of the scoreboard. Just to reiterate, Leanne's onto that, isn't she?
Let me show you. So they are just a standard cutter blade, and this blade easily lifts off to replace, guys. So what we're doing is, Leanne's attitude was, well, they're not going to need blades for ages yet, so we're not going to get them. So, but I've told her everybody's worrying about it, so she's putting the order straight in. So we'll be getting those in the UK and the US in the next couple of months.
And you know the floral envelopes that you were showing us? Good question from Trudy. She said, so if that is the card, that is the gift, what would you be putting that envelope card in to send? Would you put that in a box or?
I would be putting it into an envelope box.
Right.
So they are so stunning on their own, and I just think they make lovely displays.
Yeah.
But of course you can, I mean, we've had ours for, you can fold these over if you want to. I've just left mine really pretty. So we do have these, and like I said, I would be making them, or you could, to be honest, you could fold this straight over and then send it as it is, but with maybe like a little hook and loop on. So you could open it as it was and then have it on display.
Okay.
So, there you go.
We do have a handful of those available in the US, which we didn't realise. So it's the butterfly one, which we don't. So if you want to get the floral envelope bundle in the US, just a few of those. It is on the shop today, but literally just a few of those. Double figures remaining, so £31.99, $43.99. Just to say as well, 2 more shows to come today. The last show tonight at 6, we will be concentrating more on the Store It All, but that will be a show, I think, where you can, if you want to see more with the cutter, we will. If you want to see more with the Antique Lace collection, we can. That will be your show to decide how you want it to go. The show after this at 4, we will be concentrating, of course, on the Antique Lace collection. So that, if you want demos, you've got loads coming up in that hour at 4 o'clock. But we've got about 5 or 6 minutes left here, Sara. What do you want to show us?
Right, I want to do a few boxes because we haven't done any boxes. I said I would use that leftover bit of cardstock, didn't I? That we left, because that was what we left over when we made the envelope, okay?
Yeah.
Now let me show you this brilliant. I've turned this over so that I've got my butting scoring edge up there, and you'll know because it says score. So what I'm doing is I'm going to rest this on the edge, and let's have a look. We need to measure halfway. This is where it comes into its own. So this is 5.5 inches. So half of 5.5 is 2 3/4.
Yes.
This isn't it? So you just put a little mark at 2 3/4. And we put a little mark here at 2 3/4. All right, so we've got the top and bottom marked. Then you turn it round, and we need to do halfway. So it's 12 inches, so halfway would be 6, all right? And then what we do is, so there is my 6. So I now line up the 6 at the top with this here, so that I can take that up there to do the diagonal, all right? I bring this, let's have a little look. So there's my 6 inch there. And the 6 inch, I'm going to just spin it round until it's here. And then I'm going to put this score line in. Now, if you wanted, you could do what we do sometimes on our other scoreboards, in that we do, you know, when we put the black line
the black
up
line
the middle.
down there, yeah.
Yeah, so different people like to do it different ways. I didn't feel like it was right to do that.
No.
Before I'd even shown you it, but I'm telling you now, my one at home's got a big black line up the middle.
Oh, right.
All right, so whatever you feel like you like to do best. So there is my 6, there is my 6. Bring this down, right? So what I've done is I've just used it like a ruler to measure the halfway point. And I've put all of these lovely score lines, and this is one of my favourite boxes to make, Ben. And it's so quick and so simple to do, but looks so incredibly effective.
Yeah, it does.
Right? And then all you do is, you see, you'll get your hole punch or pokey tool in my case, and we'll go straight through there.
Reminds me of 2022, this, when you and I were doing the theatres, and you did the VIP show before, and this was one of the demos you always did with the cards from the collection, showing how to turn like a standard card into a little box.
Into a little box, and you just go through there and put your ribbon in there, and that becomes a gorgeous little wedge box, super easy. Yeah. Now, I do want to show you how to do regular boxes, so I'm going to flip this back over to trim. I'm going to do a regular box, but I'm going to use some lovely 12 by 12 paper. So I think a sheet of this would be really nice for the lid, right? But then because that's a little bit weaker underneath, I'm going to use a sheet of the black card for the underneath, right? So we've got this at 12 by 12. What you need though is the base needs to be a tiny little bit smaller than the lid.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one to 10 by 10. So I'll come along to 10 and I'm going to go 10 by 10.
And I was just asking, is this the same as the other scoreboards in the fact that you can measure from the top and the bottom?
You can measure exactly, you've got exact measurements from the top and bottom.
Great.
So whereas my other ones are slightly offset, these are exact measurements from both, right?
Lovely.
So this one here, instead of going 10, I'm going to come one little notch before the 10. So I'm coming to 9 and 7/8, and then I'm turning right round this way, and I'm coming to 9 and 7/8. So what you should find is, when you look at the two of them together, you should be able to see the patterned cardstock behind the black. And you see there's just a tiny bit smaller. Then when we come to do our score side, all right, I'm going to score the base first. So let's go, I don't know, 2.5 inches.
Okay.
So go 2.5 on all 4 sides. And because this is a fly's eyelash, as Leanne would say, smaller, that 2.5 inch will be slightly less in the middle to what this one will be when I do 2.5 inches. Now notice, I mean, this tool's lovely for this. It's really ergonomic, nice to hold in your hand, but I'm just going ever so gently on my
3/4 of the UK Showstopper gone. It's
Right.
going to go, this, isn't it? You're going to have to be quick.
I'm just going to tell you now, and that is the stock of the scoreboard. It's the scoreboard that's going to sell it out, guys. What I will say is I will be back up at 6 o'clock. Technically, to do the score it all, the store it all. This is the score it all, this one.
Score it all and store it all.
Yeah, absolutely. But not being disrespectful to that product doesn't really need me to demonstrate it, right? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing more demonstrations on this. You know, if there's anybody who's missed the earlier shows, I can do any of these questions. If there's somebody, you know, somebody else wanted to say, well, I wanted to see this or I wanted to see that, I can do all of them in the extra show that we have at 6 o'clock, right? So, but what I'm going to say is I will do that whether we don't have stock. Right? So it's going to be educational, so you've got to tune in anyway. But if we don't have stock available, I will be telling you, we can't even take pre-orders for the next delivery, because the next delivery on this isn't going to be coming back in stock again once it sells out until the summer. Right, okay. So by the time, and that's not just us saying, oh, well, it's by the time we put them into production, we had to order these 8 months ago. Right, so these have been on order for a long time. So if you know you want it, this is the only chance you'll have. If it sounds like it's probably going to sell out today. Look, it's the same. Remember birthday, Ben? Oh, yeah. And then literally every launching birthday started, and then people started panicking. So they were getting up in the middle of the night and ordering it as soon as it went live on the website. We're having to hold it until 2 o'clock to be able to launch it. All I'm going to say is we're back into that situation. February is a really big month for us in terms of big launches. So we're warning everybody that the stock we have is the stock we have. You know, we will be, the popular ones will be restocking and bringing them back in, but we can't do. You've already seen the last few weeks how we do the education shows, whether or not we have stock of the product. Yeah, we'll still be showing everybody how to use everything. These aren't educational shows today, guys. These are me showing you enough so that you can make an informed decision of, do I really need this in my life? And then when you realise, heck yeah, I do, right? Get it ordered.
Heck yeah.
And then next Friday, we'll be completely sold out of these in all territories. But Sheila will be coming in. She'll then be doing an amazing masterclass where everybody's got all of these, and you'll be crafting along, making everything together.
Love it.
Now, you've just watched me make that box in 2 or 3 minutes, and the lid will fit absolutely perfectly over top of the base. I mean, to perfection.
Yes.
And that's just me scoring. And I wanted you to see whether it's these types of boxes, whether it's these types of boxes, all your boxes, basically, you need a measuring tool with the score line every 1/8 of an inch. That is what we're giving you, all of the hard work to be able to do that.
So much love coming through on this show, and so many people telling me that they've shopped and got everything that they've wanted. Please get it. Use this hour that we're not with you live to get the shop the day on your computer screen and grab those deals, especially if you are in the UK. This bundle here is going to absolutely, it's going to go. There's 25% of the stock left. $63.99 is your platinum price on that. And don't forget, it is everything. Scoreboard. Wow. I mean, do you want me to say? I'll tell you how many we've got left of the Showstopper in the UK. 70. That's it. 70. That is it. And it's launch day. So I mean, don't go and get your lunch or go and have a cup of tea and wait around. Now is the time to be popping this into your basket and securing your purchase before everybody else. Make sure you get yours. You get the Master Creator Scoreboard. You're going to get your 12x12 magnetic craft mat, and of course that circle cutter, which I think so many people have been wowing at. If you want to get it all, £63.99 platinum, less than 70 now remaining, $79.99 if you are in the US. The next show we're going to do at 4, we will be concentrating on the Sara Signature Antique Lace Collection. So potentially there were 4 demos there, but I think we said we were going to do number 2 first, didn't we?
Okay, I will do, guys, whatever you want me to do. I'm here at your disposal.
Your wish is her command. We'll go with 2 first. Join us though, because there's going to be some fantastic demos. We'll take you all through the paper pads, all through that deal. And the 6 o'clock show, we'll do a little bit of everything. Get to the checkout, grab your deals. We'll see you in an hour.